Good evening, caller. As you come on, please state your name, where you're calling from, and then mute your line, please. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get started. Tonight is the first night of the Monetization 101 6-week course, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a question from Wayne Jr. Yes, sir. Everybody should have their paper, pen, notebook because you want to take notes. You definitely want to be able to
put this somewhere.
Brother Wayne in Hawaii, please mute your line. We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I got several lines I forget.
Okay. Folks, for everybody that's coming online, please mute your lines. This is a recorded call. We're going to be introducing this information onto the Developmental Artcoin USA training site for people to come back and be able to listen to this information. And so we want to have a clear, crisp call. I'll go ahead and mute out the line.
Conference muted.
And so today we're going to begin with an overview of monetization. And I put a few things together that'll help everybody understand the foundation of what monetization is. And so, first thing, the spelling. Let's start from the core. Monetization. Monetization. And so what you want to do is you want to go to Google, because there's more than one monetization. We're going to go over the general definition. And to put it in layman's terms, monetization is how places like Facebook, Amazon, LinkedIn, they make their money by monetizing the user base. And so the term monetization is used to describe various processes. In the banking, term refers to the process of converting or establishing something into legal tender. While it usually refers to the coining of currency or printing of banknotes by central banks, it may also take form of promissory currency. Now, that is the general definition, and we're going to be more specialized now with data monetization. Because data monetization is what's taking place online for people to be able to convert information into cash. And so the definition for data monetization is a form of monetization that may refer to the act of generating measurable economic benefits from available data sources. Less commonly, it may also refer to the act of monetizing data services. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody a simple formula. And this formula can be applied to everything that's happening online right now today. And the formula is amount of users plus advertising dollars equals monetization. because what's taking place is these users are valuable to advertisers. And so the advertisers want to be where the people are. And so once a site reaches a certain amount of people, Wall Street begins to pay attention to that site, and it begins to calculate its data from each person and the advertising dollars that are coming in. And so literally sites like Facebook, they take the advertising dollars divided by the number of users, and it gives them a per person yield. Now I'm going to go to an article. We're going to start off with an article that I found and I posted on Facebook today. And it'll give you a clear understanding of how one of the largest monetization sites on the planet is doing it at Facebook. And so this, I believe, will be a good foundation for everybody to wrap their minds around what's being done on these social platforms with your information. And the information is as simple as a name and an email address. A name and an email address alone is worth no less than $1 for advertisers. No less than $1 for advertisers. And so when you start to add in video and picture content, now that price continues to rise. So let me get to the page and get to the article. And so for those of you that are on the conference line, I'll give you the name of the article so that you can Google it and read along with us as we're on this webinar. Remember, everybody can take part in the webinar because the webinar is one of our main monetizing tools here in the Rcoin group. And I'll be explaining that tonight. So hopefully everybody will understand the power of joining us on the webinar. So let me get down to the articles. One moment. And that's the thing about Facebook. There's so much content on here. Give me one moment, folks. It's coming up. All right. Right here, I even have the Merriam Dictionary definition of monetize. And that's to coin into money, establish a legal tender to purchase from public or private debt, and thereby free the other users' monies that would have been devoted to a debt or service. That's Webster's definition of monetize. And so here's one. Facebook is making its first move to monetize an app, but this is the article I wanted to get to. It's on CSNBC, and it's Facebook made an average of $6.18 off each user in Q4, more than double 3 years ago. Because I know 3 years ago they were making $3 a head here in the United States. And so this is the growth that's taking place in monetization with Facebook. The company reported fourth quarter earnings, and in a report, it disclosed average revenue per user, commonly shortened to a term ARPU. And so for those of you at home, you can pull this up as we're going through it. But this is information that I want people to have a foundation and apply it to the biggest site that's out there. It's relative. And so all that scrolling, here's the article. All that scrolling really adds up when it comes to Facebook's bottom line. The company reported fourth quarter earnings Wednesday, where it showed an average revenue per user, commonly shortened as ARPU, on Wall Street, hit $16.18, up from just over $5 over the summer. That's double the company's ARPU at the end of 2014, when it was $2.81. But most of Facebook's money still comes from its users in the US and in Canada, where the number is even higher, $26.76 per user. Do you see this? For those of you that have a Facebook account here in the United States, that account is worth $26.76 to Facebook. Facebook makes money by showing users advertisements. Think of those sponsored videos from brands or the other little ad boxes on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Other companies pay for that space on your Facebook feed and to filter to see whose ads based on each viewer's interests or likes. And so as we scroll down, you see a Facebook average revenue per user and its growth. 2014, it was $2.81. 2015, $2.50. Q2 2015, $2.76. Q3, $2.97. Q4, $3.73. First quarter of 2016, $3.32. $3.82 second quarter. $4.01 third quarter. $4.83 fourth quarter. First quarter of 2017, $4.23. Second quarter, $4.73. Third quarter, $5.07. And now it's jumped up. Even amongst all of the negative press Facebook has been getting, it's still growing all over the world. Fourth quarter 2017, $6.18. And so it'll probably dip a little bit in 2018, but we'll see when those numbers come out. Their stock at the time of this article was up 148. And was selling at $148.95, up 2.45%, $3.56 change. And so that's a quick indication of what the big site is earning by monetizing your content. So remember, that's your content that's being monetized at Facebook and every other site. All right. And so that shows you the amount of money. Hold on, let's go to another article that I had ready. Let's see here. Now remember, the reason why we're doing this course is because you're getting the training on how to monetize right now today not only your social media sites, but also your email list, your email contacts. And so literally every email address, telephone number, and friend, follower, connection that you have online can be monetized. And that's what we're doing, beginning to open that door so you'll be able to see how it's going to be done. And then we'll do hands-on, walking everybody through how to get lined up and begin the process. So you go back to Google and take a look at largest monetized revenues. And it'll start to give you an idea of the amount of money that's in the industry. Here's one. Highest paid YouTubers, stars of 2018. YouTube is one of the largest platforms that allows regular people like you and I to monetize, but it's via video content. And that video content has advertisers that want to literally put their ad prior to your video going on. And so this ad shows the estimated annual earnings of selected YouTube channel creators as of 2018. And this is in millions of dollars. And so people that have created a channel, I have a channel on YouTube, and we're going to show each and every one of you that want to create a channel. That's what this monetization course is about. We're teaching every person to enter those avenues if you choose to. And so here we have somebody, Ryan's Toy Review, somebody reviewing toys, $22 million in earnings. Jake Paul, 21.5 million by monetizing with YouTube. Kobe and Corey Cotton, Dude Perfect, 20 million, monetizing with YouTube. Daniel Middleton, Dan TM, DTM, TDM, excuse me, 18.5. Jeffree Star, 18 million. Mark Fishback, 17.5 million. Vanos Gaming, Even Funk, 17 million. Now, this is just finding a niche and getting on board. And so this is public information, folks. So let's go back to Google. And I'm going to be using Google a lot because I want everyone to get accustomed to being able to locate this information. It's not hidden. In today's day and age, literally everything is public knowledge unless it's military and or private company information. So let's let the site catch up. So I want to go to monetization list. So as you scroll down, for that. One moment, let me. So we have a connection. Let me make sure. Can you still hear me on the webinar? Okay, and I know recording it definitely going to slow it down. Give us one moment, trying to let the computer catch up. It's moving extremely slow. Let me do this. Let me close out and open back up. And so we are using multiple sites to monetize your connection. Literally, that's how I stated, monetizing connection. And so you look at the lionx.club site. That's one avenue that's used to monetize. We also have the GiveBucks app that's coming online. That's going to be a tremendous tool to monetize. We'll also be using the Maxis e-commerce platform. That's going to be an extraordinary tool for us to be able to monetize as well, because it's already part of what we're introducing via the information. It was one of our first partners. Literally, it came along with me because I'm a Artcoin Group partner. And Maxis was something that I've been doing for the last couple of years because it's a monetizing site. And one of my specialties, as I stated, has been monetization. So next we're going to go over monetizing companies. And I still want to go to the revenues. Oh, I apologize. That is not Google. There we go. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, YouTube could be a 15 billion business this year. That's just through their revenues. That's just at YouTube, one company. Company revenue data. Pull that up. Oh, that's not the site, that's the ad. There we go. App revenues from 2017, business apps. And so the GiveBucks app is going to be a major component for us because we're not only beta testing, but it's also a way for us to monetize our connections. So the GiveBucks app is going to be the quickest way to monetize connections literally in the next 90 days. And so as you scroll down, you see here, you have key app revenue statistics. Global mobile app revenue in 2016 was 88 billion. The global mobile app revenue forecast for 2020 is 189 billion. And apps are nothing more than revenue monetization tools, folks. Global paid for mobile app revenues 2017, 29 billion. Worldwide in-app purchase revenues 2017, 37 billion. US mobile app advertising revenues 2017, 33 billion. Top grossing iOS app, that's your Apple phone, in 2017 was the Pokemon Go. Growth over $2 billion, one game. It says, first of all, let's look at the global mobile apps revenue data compiled by App Annie App Market Data Company. In 2015, the total revenue generated across all mobile operating systems was about $70 billion. In 2016, this number reached $88 billion. By 2020, the combined mobile app revenue will reach a staggering $189 billion. And so right now, today, we have two apps that are part of our Rcoin group that you're able to download and begin monetizing your connection right now today. The GiveBucks app, which is in full beta test. We have users that are using it at stores all over the country. And the Maxis app. If you have an Android device, you can download that app as well and begin monetizing your connection. And so remember, everything that we are introducing our partners to, the education is in place for you to be able to use the tools that are also available to you. We're not only giving you the education about the financial grammar, the leveraging, the monetization, the Bitcoin and altcoin, but within the movement, you also have areas that you can tap into it while you're learning. So as we continue to scroll down, and say there are three well-established app monetization models for app developers to choose from. Advertising, in-app purchases for paid for. And the first is several years since app stores were launched. The bulk of app developers' revenue was generated with paid for model. But in 2009, Apple introduced in-app purchase microtransactions, and everything changed. Gradually, year over year, in-app purchases began to take over the monetization models, and by 2017, way over 50% of mobile app revenue is generated via in-app purchases. Now let's analyze the three major app revenue generating channels, starting with paid for one. The graph below represents aggregated data from Statista that provides data for paid for mobile app revenue from 2011, 2 years after in-app purchase was introduced till 2017. During this period, the revenue went up from $7 billion in 2011 to $29 billion in 2017. Starting in 2015, there's a clear slowdown in growth, which can be attributed to the mobile app ecosystem maturity. The mobile app users do not download new apps as they use to stick to using the handful of apps that they have. And so this is powerful information. And so when you look at the global mobile app for revenues in 2011 to 2017 in the millions of dollars, we have tremendous growth that's taking place. Look at the growth. 2011, 7.1 billion, 15 billion, 2012, 20 billion, 2013, 24 billion, 2014, 26 billion, 2015, 2016, 27 billion, 2018, 28 billion. And that's just one area that we're discussing. Also says by 2011, in-app purchase monetization was only 2 years old. It managed to generate only $712 million by 2012 and more than doubled and reached over $2 billion. And in 2017, the total in-app purchase revenue worldwide reached about 37 billion. By comparing global app revenue generated with paid and in-app purchase models in 2017, we see the latter biting the former by about 8 billion. So as you look, continue to scroll down. In a pursuit to increase an app revenue, app developers turn to placing ads inside their apps. There are 4 major types of mobile ads that display search, social, and video. The data from Business Insider provides a percentage split for these 4, stating that from 2013 to this year, a projected revenue for 2018. And so throughout this period, search has been the major channel to generate mobile revenue, contributing from 3.7 billion out of 7 in 2013 to 17.7 billion out of 32.9 billion in 2017. And so this is what all of you are partners to right now, monetization. And so between the 2 biggest mobile platforms, Apple's iOS and Google's Android, the former has always been more lucrative for app developers, and the latter advantage has been its broader reach, meaning that Apple has always been first because it had the app first. And so you have a good follow-up with Android because Android is all over the world. There's more Android users than Apple users, so it has a broader reach. And so Apple leverages its several hundred million iTunes users base that demonstrate high level of trust and satisfaction with Apple's hardware and software. Google's Android is available on dozens of smartphones, and hence the Android has a broader reach. In 2016, the iOS generated twice as much as Android did, 34 billion against 17, and more than 3 times the revenue generated on third-party Android stores that brought only 10 billion of dollars. In 2017, the overall proportion remains the same. Apple's iOS generated 40 billion and Google Play 21 billion, and third-party stores did 20 billion. It's projected 40 billion. Hold on one second. It's projected that in 2021, iOS total revenue will reach 60 billion, Android 42 billion, and third-party stores 36 billion. And so the growth is continuing, and you all as partners in this industry get a chance to be in this growth. So congratulations, folks. All I can say is download the GiveBucks app if you have an Android device, and download the Maxis app if you have an Android device. Both are getting in line with Apple. And so you'll be able to get that Apple device. But once again, Apple it costs more because you see you're going to make more. So that's why it costs more to get into the Apple stores and everything, because you're going to make more, just like anything else. All right, here's another one. The following data from DigiCapital provides a comprehensive app revenue split between different app categories. For the last 6 years, heads down games. Hold on 1 second. We have 2 minutes before the webinar ends. So let's take a 5-minute break right now. Everybody can come back into the webinar room. I'm going to close out the webinar and start another recording. And this is closing out our first 45-minute session. Remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays, it'll be 2 45-minute sessions. So let's close out this first session and come back for the second one. Everybody take a 5-minute break.